So, hello everyone. How are you doing this evening? Oh, yesterday I was back on for the first time in I don't know. I'm not even going to come up with the date. But yesterday was November 1st, my first time back on doing the video. So, today will be November 2nd. And my kitten is so active. Um, and this is still all kind of, you would think that with me doing the videos and everything, stop Cree, um, that why does it feel like I'm on here for the first time, you know, like I've never even done videos before. So I had just a wonderful, grateful day. I thank you guys so much because I don't want it to be. I noticed before I will always, talk about my channel in a name, um, but I know who I am. I know my name, and I know I am Audrey Lane, and who I am to Him, and how God sees me and views me, and I'm so grateful. So tonight I'm going to come on and just talk a little bit more of just what I've been experiencing in this time of just obedience and time of just opening up. Today was a little struggle. I'm gonna be truthful and honest because I got hit with a little bit more information, and it's how you deal with it, because things are going to come, things are going to happen, and the enemy wants to play and beat you down and belittle you and do all kinds of crazy stuff to get you off track. Because if you focus so much on the destruction and everything that's going on, then you won't be going towards what your destiny is and what God has you doing, and you'll be so caught up on that you won't be going on what God says about you. So I had a little moment today that I had to say, you know what, I'm not doing this. I am not. The discernment, man, is real. Ask God to give it to you, because when He does, you start seeing things and then you can say, well, nope, I'm not doing that. And it's hard. I would be sitting here telling you a lie if it wasn't. It's hard. But I thank God for conviction and Him talking, and me having to listen is something that I gotta learn better with. So I am going to talk a little bit about just this experience of like coming into. I thought that I was okay, good, but there's levels to growth. There's levels to transformation. It's well, I can't even put it into words sometimes, because I thought that I had it all together, and God, I'm doing this and I'm doing what you say to do. And it's one thing when you're doing it for God and then for Him to break you. Because I'm like, God, I'm whole. You made me whole. I see you and view you and want a better communication and relationship with you. But then when I felt like I had it and I got it, it was another breaking. God breaks us, and I swear it's out of love. For me, I can speak for me, out of love. Because then it was like, okay, now I want you. Now I trust you with yourself. Now I'm growing and transitioning you into this area. I don't know what that area is at all. I can't. I used to think it was one thing, and thank God, because I am going to speak my to my last breath. I'm going to speak over my life. I'm going to speak what God says I am to Him. His word doesn't change. It doesn't lie. It stays the same for us. It's there. And I don't need to know where He's going to place me. I didn't even know this would be here, that I will be even doing this. I just was saying how when you're so used to having things being Okay, I'm living, I'm doing good, and then a breakage. Sometimes you'll go into fear of, I don't know if I want to get my life together. Because every time I try to get my life together, something happens. It's called life, baby. It happens. So you mean to tell me you gonna stop living your life because you scared that life is gonna keep on coming? Then you're not really living. We gotta continue to live. God has us through it all. If I told you guys some of the experiences that I've had, you can't tell me I don't serve Jesus and the living God. Because I had a run-in where, thank God for my life, a hit, craziness. But I am living. And see, the enemy will try to get you wrapped up and keep you in that fear of, oh, well, don't go here. Don't be with them. Don't do this. And especially when you start living your life right, start putting yourself around people who you know, as I say, are sharpeners. They will teach you how to be a sharpener. They will teach you how to speak life over yourself, how to pray. I used to think like, oh, I'm going up every Sunday for prayer, feeling almost like a victim, putting myself in victim status is what I thought. Not really knowing that every time I went up there for prayer, I really was listening to the words people were speaking over my life. And you know what it helped me do? It helped me learn how to pray for myself. So going up for prayer and asking someone to pray over your life is not a bad thing. It will teach you how to pray and speak life over yourself. Sometimes we put ourselves in victim status, and then we allow others to. And then want to pick and choose who we let see us as a victim. It starts with us. We have to say no more. I am not a victim. And that's something you got to continually speak over your life every day. You just don't say it once. I'm finding out, I found journals, and I've been finding them for a while now, and actually going through. And yes, they got some crazy stuff in there, but I look back at all of it, of how I was just speaking and claiming things over my life, and just to see this little bit of growth, I thank God for it all. I thank God for Him teaching me about frustration, teaching me about how to submit, how to walk with integrity, how to, okay, you want to make power moves, you want to be doing this in business, but you got the power. I am your power. I don't want you to move just yet because I need you to wait. I need you to learn how to be still. You want to make and do an increase and have increase. I need you to be still. I already have it for you. He's teaching me how to be still and teaching me how to be quiet, how to help others. You want to go out there and you want to have a foundation that's going to help people. When I am the foundation teaching you how to even help yourself, and now I trust you enough that you can go out there and help others. Man, I am grateful. I am grateful because I was talking with my daughter and we were going over some things about, when I was diagnosed and when I got clean, and we were talking about like me having to learn how to talk. Well, as you can see, I'm talking to. I can talk now. I can speak. I can use my voice. And we were talking about, I was thanking her for just, she was my rock. And she was somebody that I could count on. And I thank God for him doing that for her. So I actually been going through a phase of it is not a phase. I've been actually going through, I want to talk and hear, the effects of my life. It wasn't just me. So I had to ask my daughter, my kids, how did my life affect them? And I am so grateful because will you hear some stuff you may not want to hear? Yeah. But it's all a part of growth. It's all a part of accountability. Because at the end of the day, I don't want my children to lie to me and be like, no, Mom, you were good, you were okay. No, tell me the truth. Tell me the truth. Because not only do I want to apologize to you with words, I want my words to line up with action. I believe apologies are action. They're not just words. So hearing my children talk and me listening was a great thing. I'm telling you guys, I have no clue at times what is going on. A lot of the times. I thank God for growth. I thank God. I am so okay with the transition in everything that is going on in my life. I'm going to speak life into us. Those who may not know how to get it, those who may not know, you don't know where to start. Trust me, I didn't know where to start. I didn't know all of this. Even with me speaking about how to be bold, how to have your voice and all of that stuff, it is nothing like speaking over your life and it coming at a point in time when God is saying, okay, now you're ready. You've been speaking it over your life, and now I'm going to give it to you. Now I need you to go out there and not only have just this channel, the podcast, and all of that. I need you to actually touch, the souls of people, skin to skin contact. Talk with somebody. I've learned with talking with people, and I have some people signed up and ready to go for interviews. When I tell you, it's a lot of us. We want to be heard. We want to be seen. We want to know, how do we get it together when all of my family and my friends are saying it's about me, on top of the fact I'm saying some things about myself. How do I get these pieces to get me into growth? I don't know what God is doing in my life. But like I was explaining to a couple people, let's just talk. Have a conversation. Even if you talk with me, I may not know what to say right away. In fact, I probably won't say anything right away because I literally need to digest and say the right things to you. After you done told me something, I need to now have a conversation with Jesus so he can help me on how to respond and be proactive with the response to you. Because we'll get caught up so fast of wanting to hurry up and talk, hurry up and say, that somebody might literally be turned away from help or go literally and take it so seriously, and it will jeopardize their growth. So having to learn how to listen and having to learn to have good conversations is, I can't explain it to you. I cannot wait for all of what I'm getting together with God, because I don't want it to be about me, to come to the light of when He sees time. But when I tell you, it's some stories out here. I got a story to tell, and everyone else has a story to tell. I'm just trying to get more formats and everything together for it, because I want people to come real. I want them to come and not feel judged. I want to have it where I can not just have the channel and the podcast and you know, all of the social media stuff. I want people to feel safe and secure. That information, their vulnerability, that they're putting out there, that people won't then go and attack them. I don't want it so people can like and share and all that for me. Are you listening? Are you listening to where somebody's life was and to where now God has taken them and has grown them and has moved them? Are you really listening? Or are you just there to be nosy and spectate? Because I just read from somebody today, and it was something along the lines of, even people will buy tickets to a game just to go, but at the end of the day, they're buying tickets. So basically what it means is, people will probably come on, they will watch, they may not like, they may not share, they may not do that, but they'll come on and watch. But that's not the goal I want. I did that before. I said that multiple times of spectators. We do know that spectators do go buy tickets to game, to throw shade, to go and just have a conversation, to poke at what is going on. But we got to pray and pray hard, because I want people to come and really get a life-changing experience with God when they come. A release. Oh my goodness, I want to talk and be vulnerable and share my life with you and with everyone so they can know. But I don't want to walk into getting hurt again. So I have to make sure, not only am I, because I'm not educated in being a psychologist, so I want to have where people have that comfort. I don't want to hang somebody out there to dry, to get hurt, when we all have been hurt multiple times before. This is going to be a healing process. This is going to be a, thank God, because I know just for myself, speaking so much out, man, has been so amazing. I see life totally different now. I see things totally different by releasing. When I went to this conference the beginning of October, the overseer, Evan Risher, Risher, so not Fisher, Risher, Evan of it's the Ramp Church, Texas. Amazing, amazing. And I hope I don't get in trouble for mentioning anyone's names. But if you are in Texas and you are looking for a church family, a strong foundation that can help you, a shepherd that is amazing, a church family that is like, oh my goodness. You ever, okay, remember the movie Dick and Jane, when he was working at like the big box store, and he had to greet people, and the lady wanted to like kind of hurry up and go away. This church, no matter what, they have saw you come in, go sit down at your seat, come back out, go to the restroom, come back and go, because they have a stand where you can get all kinds of anything that you want there. Anything that you want there. You literally don't have to do anything. They do everything. It's amazing. A wonderful place. And it just reminds me of, are you serving? Are you serving? We are servants. And they spoke, hi, how you doing? And it didn't even throw me off guard, because that's like how my church and everything function. How you doing? It's like, man, it's amazing that you know, the first thing you want to do when you step into a church is feel welcome, and to feel like you're a part of. So going to this church, it didn't throw me off guard. I literally, it was my church, but in Texas. It was my church, but just in Texas. That same kind of love, that same kind of, hey, we here. Nobody is trying to like get in business or what's going on. Just, I mean, it was amazing. So if you are looking for a church family, you know, family in Texas who, now this was Fort Worth, because we know Texas is huge. They can help you. They can help you with your walk. They can help you. Loving church. Loving church. And I really already have made my place for going back next year. It was explosive. I came back totally different than what I left. Saying I'm gonna walk in this boldness, God. I'm gonna be bold, but didn't really know what it was, other than how to spell it. But I came back here so much different than what I left. To the point I did a whole thing that I do like telling you guys everything, but I did a whole transition thing here in my home. And I'm going to keep that to myself, because we also have to learn not everything is for everyone. And I praise dance so hard. I praise dance so hard. I got back here on a Saturday. I praise dance in my house. I stumped some things up out of here. I gave God his glory, his just dues, and I just let him take over my body. Over my body, my home, my everything. And Sunday, went to church and did the same thing, to release it at the altar and leave it there. I don't want it. It's not mine. It's not meant for me to carry. But I had to end up going to the hospital, because I basically got tendonitis in my foot. And the doctor asked me, how, what were you doing? And when I told him kind of, because I don't know how it came about. I didn't hit nothing, blah, 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 blah. But when I told him kind of like what it came about, he gave me a look and he got quiet, because he wanted me to take off of work, and he wanted me, I don't know if he wanted me to stop, praising him, but you ain't gonna tell me to stop giving God what he deserves. Praise for me isn't always where you're trying to thank God. Praise can always be, it can be a release. It can be, I trust you. It can be, God, I don't know what to do, but I know how to dance. It is not even a dance. It's a release of, I wish I could give it to you in a word. I'm not going to come up here and try to make one up. It's a release. I'm going to give it to you. I don't know anything else. And years ago, you wouldn't catch me doing it. I would get my daughter to praise dance for me. She don't know what I have really been through, what I needed her, and the emotion that came with it, the release, the let go. So now I don't care. Even if he would have told me to stop, the look I gave him back, whatever. I don't know how to do it now. Because I couldn't tell you, but I know in my head the look I gave him. Like, if you go ahead and tell me that, oh, stop praise dancing and stop it, I can tell you right now that happened. It's not gonna happen, because you don't gotta leave this hospital and be in my life. So what I know how to do is give God me, my real self, my truth. And this is how him and I communicate. One of the forms of how I communicate with him. So I am in love with going away on trips. That it's an opportunity where God and I in a hotel room, we do a whole lot. The intimacy that we share there in that room, I swear, oh my goodness. It's something. It's I can't even really put it all into words. To the point that I don't have no trip scheduled right now, but I probably in December get a room and just go away. Not to run. I'm not running from anything. I love my life. I praise God through all of it. The chaos, the craziness, the ups, the downs, and all of it. But I need my time with him outside of my home. I'm good here. Even with things going, whatever they going. He's in here. Me and him about to go. We gonna get a hotel room and we gonna just go and be ourselves there. I am loving my time with him. I thank goodness, because one day I just woke up different. I seen myself in the mirror and I was like, oh my goodness. I can't really put it into words for you. I'll be lying. Women and men, start saying and speaking God's word over your life. Before you know it, you're going to view everything that he says you are, his promises for your life, totally different. It's okay to go with him with what you think he's going to do and how you think he's going to do it and what you want. Open up your mouth. You can do it. He wants to hear it. I just told him yesterday, God, I thank you for your knots. I thank you for your knots. Not the no. Not now. You're not ready. God, I'm praying for you to bless me financially. He didn't say no. Not now. The knots is because I'm not ready. Will you make this about you? I'm being honest. Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, a lot. I don't know. I'm unsure. So you're not ready. Am I mad? No. Because what I do not want to do is be blessed with finances, blessed with just anything, and lose sight of him. I didn't work too hard for my relationship with him. I'm still living. I'm still breathing. I'm still moving. I have a roof over my head. I have clothes on my back. I have food to eat. I have breath in my body, literally. So I thank him for the knots, because he's growing me for the win. When you're ready, I'm going to do this. You are going to live abundantly. You are now. You're going to live how I see fit. and when I'm going to do it. And I'm okay. I'm okay. Because I'd rather have the wisdom and the knowledge and the relationship with him than anything else. I don't want to have an evil thinking mind, because it's like anything can happen with that. That's worldly. The world will have you messed up. I want to live in the righteousness of God, in his favor, in his right arm. I want to be so close up in his breath and in his body that basically we are the one and the same. And even if I said that wrong, I got it for myself. The one and the same. Because I am who he says I am. I love, you know, his sacrifice for me. He thought about me well before I was even born. He took it for me. So I can take the suffering. I can take the people talking about my integrity and talking about my character and belittling me. What are you willing to suffer for? You rather have it easy to fit in with people so you can fit the mold of everyone else? What are you willing to go through for Christ? I guarantee you what you go through, and I put it today for my post this morning. Your troubles will not last. Your troubles are going to blow up into a testimony that is going to go out there and reach people. You will be surprised by your own testimony. It's going to shock you, but it's going to give God his glory. Stay in all of him. Wait your turn. Wait for when he is going to do it. Ask him to give you a clean, pure heart. God, thank you for trusting me. Thank you for trusting me and teaching me how to trust you and everyone else, because it ain't just him that we may have issues with trust with. It could be others too. Trust him enough to let him work on you. That's it. Thank you guys so much. Let's get ready to just walk in his trust. That trust fall is real. Do it. He got you. You won't fall. I love you. You guys have a good evening. I'll be back on tomorrow. Good night.